Good afternoon. My name is Charles Alaza, and I'll be speaking on autism. What is autism? Autism is a disorder of natural development characterized by impaired social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and by restricted, repetitive, or stereotyped behavior. It is said that autism is more seen within boys than girls, according to autismspeak.com. 1 out of 54 boys are diagnosed with autism, and 1 out of 252 girls are diagnosed with autism. So you can see that it's more seen within boys than girls. So how is one diagnosed with autism? Unfortunately, there isn't a real diagnosis, but there are signs and red flags that a parent can see or look for in terms of the diagnosis or seeing if their child has autism. But this is more for like the infant stage. If your child does not smile or show other warmful expressions by 6 months, no back and forth sharing of sounds, smiles, or other facial expression by 9 months, no babbling by 12 months, no gesture like waving, pointing by 12 months, no words by 16 months, no meaningful 2-word phrases by 24 months, and any loss of speech, babbling, or social skills at any age. So this is more for infant stages where a child, if it exhibits these type of social behaviors, that your child may be having or your student may have autism. I have a picture, or you can say, about certain actions that a child may exhibit, also to determine if that child has autism, or certain signs to show that he does have autism, like sensitive to pain, laughs or giggles inappropriately. As you can see here, there's various ways to see or show signs or attributes that a child will show when they have autism. Also, I have a graph here where you can see how autism is really growing, or has grown, or we can say it has become an epidemic in this generation. You can see from 1975 up to 2009 how the numbers have drastically increased, from 1 out of 5,000 to now 1 out of 110 kids are diagnosed with autism. Also, according to autismspeak.com, that number has also changed, that it is no longer 110, but now it's 1 out of 88. 88 kids are diagnosed with autism. Also, you can see on the bottom where the ethnic background, you can see Hispanics, non-Hispanics, whites, and you can see how the ratio is there. 1 out of 110, 1 out of 100. As you can see that doesn't matter what background you are, ethnic background you are, the likelihood of diagnosis of autism is evident in any social or ethnic background. Also, I have this other chart where you can see from state to state how the numbers have drastically increased from 2002 up to 2008. You can see from state to state, the numbers have drastically increased from those time frames. Now, in terms of like teaching strategies, depending on the child that you have, there's certain teaching strategy you may want to do. If your child is is high function, non-behavioral, is verbal, there are certain strategies you can use that will help the kid become more functional and it can increase in their academics. But if you have a child who is non-functional, who is non-verbal, who does have behavior, there's certain things that you may want to do or not do in the classroom, such as having like posters or in the classroom. Also, you want to remove certain reinforcers or toys that may be in the classroom, distractors that may inhibit the child from learning. And if the classroom is not a place where the child can function well, you may also want to go to the gym, or you may want to go to the playground, and there, and also try to do programs in that sort to help out the child. So all these strategies a teacher can use to try to help that child become more functional in society. Unfortunately, there is no cure for autism. But even though there is no cure for autism, but there are still ways that parents and teachers can collaborate so they can help that student or that child become very functional in society. Right now, I'm going to demonstrate a typical program that we did, or what I did in IQZAC, organization I used to work for, when we're running, with a kid who have autism, we're running certain programs. This particular program that I'm going to demonstrate is called gross motor imitation. So pretty much it's the child's going to imitate everything I do, and every time the child imitates what I do, I'm going to reinforce with a toy that he likes. For for any different child, it may be edible. It could be toys. It could be glue. It could be anything that a kid enjoys. You want to use that to reinforce a positive behavior or positive action that the kid is exhibiting. So this particular child, what I'm going to do is clapping hands. So every time the child claps his hands, I'm going to either give him a verbal praise, like good job, or high five, or I'm going to reinforce with a particular toy that he likes, with this race car that he likes to play with. So when he exhibits that behavior, I'm going to reinforce him. So, excuse me.
Cheese.
I'm over here, look. Do this. Wow, good job. I love how you do what I do. Look, do this. Good job. Do this. Do this. Awesome job doing what I do. Look, do this. Do this. Do this. Beautiful job doing it. Now you get the toy. Good job. Awesome job. All right, go ahead, go play. So typically this is what you would do when you're running a program like gross motor imitation. The technique that I was using was applied behavior analysis, and pretty much every time the child would do the correct response for a clap, like for while we're doing clapping hands, I would have a separate paper where I would mark negative or positive. So if the child did it correctly, I'll mark positive, and the child did it incorrectly, I'll mark negative. And I would do this about 10 times consecutively. And if that child does it for 3 consecutive days of 90% or better, I'll move to a higher prompt level, or I'll change the program within itself. So I hope you enjoy this presentation on autism, and have a good day.